I'm speaking to Louise Ross, who manages smoking cessation services in Leicester City. We've been hearing a lot at this conference about people switching from smoking to snus, smoking to electronic cigarettes and other devices, various nicotine replacement therapies. But there always seem to be some groups which are just left out of the equation. And one of the groups that strikes me where there's a high prevalence of smoking is amongst the mentally
people with poor mental health. Yes, certainly. And we often hear from the service users themselves that people don't even ask them about stopping smoking. People in the professions often make the mistake of thinking that, well, it would be too hard for them. We shouldn't ask. That it would be bad for their mental health if they stop smoking. But actually, the truth is that there's a big gap in life expectancy between the general population and people with poor mental health. 70 to 80% of whom smoke, especially when they're inpatients. And so we could do something about that. And in our service, we've talked to people who are on the wards in the mental health unit, and they say they do want to stop smoking, but they want to use e-cigarettes to do that. So they might have tried these traditional products, the patches, the gum, and so on. And they really like the idea of trying an e-cigarette. So in Leicestershire Partnership NHS Trust, we've gone down that route, and we've written a policy to allow vaping on the wards in a service-led way, so that if you've got, say, elderly and frail patients, they shouldn't have to go outside to vape.
No.
So the idea is that they will be allowed to vape inside, and gradually they'll be replacing their smoking with vaping. They can have NRT as well if that's what suits them.
Yeah.
But I think the whole trust is on a learning journey, if you like. It's caused some nervousness, I can't deny that, but people are willing to give it a try and to see what difference it makes. And certainly some people have taken to it very well and are looking forward to a time when they can vape completely and they can dump the cigarettes and they will be smoke free, and I think that's a great news story.
Yeah. It is quite a logistical exercise though to keep your electronic equipment charged and up to date. So it's bad enough with a mobile phone.
Yes.
With electronic nicotine delivery devices, it's rather more complicated.
Yes, and one of the problems has been that if people bring in a device, third generation device for instance, and they need it charging up, all that would have to be electrically tested to make sure it's safe. There's a pat tested, exactly that. So in the end, as a starter, the trust decided that they'd allow a disposable cigarette version, and it's called eBurn, and it was devised for use in prisons. And we've road tested it on patients, and they seem to quite like it. So I think to keep everybody calm about recharging issues, starting with that is good. Now, where we go with that in 6 months' time is another matter. I'm sure eBurn will still have a place, and many other trusts are looking at using that too. South London and Maudsley are already using it. Other trusts are, considering it, and I think it's a good entry-level product that could reassure people about the risks that they see about electrical charging, as you say.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Louise.
You're very welcome.